Stop thinking about your chakras as spiritual circles and start looking at it as your biological power grid. If your antenna is bent, then your manifesting is glitched. So let's calibrate. You can look at your 7-node chakra system as a energetic circuit, like an electrical panel, with your root being the negative and your crown being the positive. This creates a donut-shaped field of energy called the torus field. When your entire energetic system is calibrated, this is how you maintain the highest frequency to manifest efficiently and optimize your life and reality. The torus field is the most efficient shape in the universe. The heart chakra is the balance between the entire system. And if that node is out of balance, it knocks everything else out of sync. It connects the lower 3 chakras to the higher 3 chakras. The 3 lower are tied to third dimensional density, grounding physical reality, and the higher 3 are connecting you to source or universal consciousness. You need the entire system in sync to be the highest version of yourself. There's human traits associated with each chakra. For the root chakra, it's safety, survival, security, and ancestral identity. For the sacral chakra, the human traits would be sexuality, pleasure, emotional intelligence, and the flow state. For the solar plexus chakra, it would be willpower, discipline, and self-esteem. For the heart chakra, it would be forgiveness and unconditional love and acceptance. The throat chakra would be tied to the human traits such as truth, expression, and creative projection. The third eye chakra is connected to the human traits such as intuition, visualization, and pattern recognition. The crown chakra is what connects you to source and universal consciousness, and the human traits associated with this would be divine wisdom, connection to source or universal consciousness. There are affirmations tied to each chakra. For the root, it's I am. For the sacral, it's I feel. For the solar plexus, it's I do. Heart is I love. The throat is I speak. The third eye is I see. And the crown is I understand. Keeping this entire system in sync is how you become the highest version of yourself. You could think of the root chakra as your grounding or foundation. And if you don't feel safe in your body, surroundings, or environment, the entire system surges energy up into the higher chakras to save energy for survival. Saying I am grounds you into third density. The sacral chakra is associated with your emotions. This is where you experience the polarity of human relationships and is your creative currency. The solar plexus is your power node. It takes the feeling from the sacral and turns it into action. That's why it's associated with I do. If this chakra is clogged with guilt or shame, it's going to stagnate your ability to generate new ideas or projects. The heart chakra is the 0 point of the entire system. It balances the lower 3 physical chakras to the higher 3 spiritual chakras. You can think of this as the harmonic oscillator that keeps the entire system in sync. Without a clear heart node, your higher vibrational frequency cannot be sustained. The throat chakra is where your vibrational frequency is broadcasted out into reality. Every word you speak is a vibration that recalibrates your torus field. This is why positive affirmations are so powerful. When you say, I speak, you are engaging the command center of your reality, or you can see the projected future before you physically manifest. The third eye is the hardware for remote viewing, astral projection, lucid dreaming, and perceiving extraterrestrial presence. The crown chakra, located at the top of your head, this is the entry point for light data from universal consciousness. When this node is open and calibrated, you transition from thinking to knowing. The calibration factor, having your chakras aligned is good, but calibration is better. I'm going to give you some examples on how you can get them operating at the correct frequency and speed to keep your system in sync and completely calibrated so you can optimize your manifestation in reality. When your lower three chakras are calibrated and earthed, you pull a massive magnetic energetic field into your torus field. This is what attracts opportunities like funding, projects, and people into your reality. You can think of this as a completed electrical circuit, and your root chakra is the data cable, and your crown chakra is the Wi Fi signal. Here are a few ways that you can calibrate and keep in sync your entire chakra or energetic field and energetic light system. The first would be belief auditing, or processing and deconstructing fear based beliefs. You want to work through misaligned or old, stagnant, outdated beliefs. If you say, I am, but believe you're unworthy, you create a mismatch. One way that I've been doing this is I put a outdated or old stagnant fear into my preferred AI interface, and I ask it to help me, and I tell it how I would like to feel, and I ask it to help me process these outdated fear-based beliefs. Another way would be emotional processing or shadow work. You can use journaling to write down and work through emotions such as fear, guilt, or shame. Lower vibrational emotions act as corrosion on your energetic terminals. Another way to calibrate your system would be active visualization. Mentally, in your mind's eye, visualize your chakra and the associated color spinning at the proper, most optimal speed or frequency. Another way to process and calibrate your energetic system would be grounding or physical exercise. Having movement in the body is extremely healthy for balance, and getting out into nature and letting your feet touch the earth for even just a few minutes would be a tremendous help in balancing and calibration, and helps you put the full torus field into a electromagnetic circuit that's flowing efficiently. Focused meditation. If you struggle with incoming thoughts or ruminating thoughts, you can use the Om or vibration of creation. Look up the Om symbol and how to Om, and this will help you keep the thoughts coming in and going right out so they're not getting stuck. This clears the static on the line and allows your crown chakra to further tether and sync with universal consciousness. Another way would be frequency or sound, or getting into the flow state. A flow state is anything you're passionate about or that you love when you're doing an activity and you don't notice how much time is passing by. That's when you're in an active flow state. And in that state alone, your energetic light field tends to calibrate itself. So finding your passion or following your excitement formula is like the higher self guiding you in and through life to balance the system. When you get into this flow state, your brain gets into a 40 hertz gamma wavelength. Getting into this gamma state allows for immense creativity and flow states to where you're not noticing the time pass. You can also use humming, oming, tuning forks, so phasio frequencies, chakra bowls, crystal bowls. When your energetic light field is in sync, this is how you're going to optimize your creation and manifestation routes. You probably wouldn't expect a high-end piece of machinery or technology to run efficiently without regular maintenance. Your body is the most advanced high-tech piece of machinery that exists on the planet. You don't heal a chakra, you calibrate it. You clear the noise, update the beliefs, and ground the signal.